put in the chat box, where are you from? I need to know. I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So please let me know, where are you tuning in from? Welcome, 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 Joan. Welcome, welcome, Marlu. Welcome, Johnson. Welcome, Winnie. Welcome, Beatrice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And make sure that you're also sharing the live and also on Facebook. Make sure that you are sharing the live. And if you are catching the replay, please make sure that you put in replay. So I want to see who is here with us and where are you from. So tonight is special. So for those of you who do not know, my name is Dr. Tiffany R. Harris, and I reside in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. One of the hats I wear and one of the divine assignments I have is being the founder and visionary of the #1 God-led and faith-based international women's community called WIN, WIN, WIN Women Empower, where our mission statement is women empowering women to soar, scale, and succeed. So for the past 3 years, we have been hosting an annual conference right here in Philadelphia. And we have one of our beloved sponsors here, Mya B Designs, created by Mya Bannerman. And we're going to do an interview. So we want to hear all about our sponsor. We want to thank her again. Thank you so much, Mya Bannerman, for your sponsorship. Not, excuse me, not just her sponsorship, TikTok, for her diamond sponsorship. Okay. Facebook for her diamond sponsorship. So we just want to thank her. We want to highlight her. And if you have not gotten your tickets for this life-changing conference, you want to do so by going to tiffanyharris.net/win, WIN, Win Women Empower. You can get your general admission, VIP admission, or your tickets for men. Because this year we're doing something different. Normally, it's been a one-day event with just women. And this year in September, it's going to be 2 days, and men are invited to come on day one, which we will have a red carpet gala, networking, all you can eat buffet. So you do not want to miss out and be a part of a movement and have the opportunity to get in the right room where you may meet your next business bestie. You may meet the realtor. You may meet the lender. You just never know. So make sure you get in the room. We have people traveling from all over the world to come. So make sure you get in the room. All right. So I want to jump right into this interview because I'm excited to have Mya Bannerman be here with us today. So I just want you all to know more about her, why she decided to be a sponsor of our third annual brunch conference. So welcome again, Mya Bannerman. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. It's a pleasure to have you here this evening.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome. I wouldn't have it any other way. So we're going to jump right in just to find out a little bit more about you. So who is Mya Bannerman? So can you share a little bit about your background and what inspired you to start Mya B Designs?
Well, I am the up and coming Dr. Mya M. Bannerman, and I am the CEO and the owner of Bannerman Freight LLC, residing in North Carolina. And I'm also the founder of Mya B Designs, which started somewhere back in 2013, 2014. And I also serve as administrative assistant to Dr. Tiffany R. Harris for When Women Empower. Um, I'm also a creative entrepreneur, a woman of faith, and a legacy builder who believes in designing with purpose, showing up with boldness, and allowing God to be first in everything that I do.
Yeah. I love that, and I love the part where you said about, making sure that God shows up with everything and in everything that you do. Because one of the things I found with being a speaker, with being an author, with being a coach, I've been invited to speak on stages and to get into rooms and to come into rooms. And I've literally had people say to me, yeah, we want to book you to come and speak, but just as long as you don't talk about God. I'm like, excuse me? Then you don't want me because God and I are a package deal, right? So if you don't want my God, then you don't want me. So thank you, but no thank you. So I'm so glad to hear that you always keep God first. So what is your personal philosophy or values that drive your work at Mya B Designs?
Um, Proverbs 31 and 13. She works willingly with her hands. And I've always been somebody that loved to work with my hands. And I believe in working with your hands, working with excellence, purpose, and always keeping, like I said, keeping God first. And every design that I do, everything I do, I try to keep him first at all times. You know, sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I don't. Sometimes it be me trying to do it, and then I have to learn the hard way. Like, no, you cannot do this without him. Or he's telling me, Maya, you can't do this without me. You need me to help you to get to where I want you to be. So, basically, you know, I just like doing things with my hands. I love creating, even if it's from creating a pair of sneakers, creating a style to wear, um, just creating. Period. I love it. That's my zone.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned creating the sneakers because I was actually going to mention that. I know that you are very skilled and crafty in that way, and I've seen the sneakers that you've blinged out. And so Maya is being very modest, right? So not only does she bling out the sneakers, like I've seen the bow ties that she's made, right? So she's very creative. I've seen, just different things that she's been able to make and what she's been able to do. So I'm not surprised that you have Mya B Designs. It just falls right in alignment with what it is that you've already been doing. And to see you do it on a grander and broader scale, and you now that you have a wider reach and impact and clients that you're helping, like it's really, really, really impressive to see. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let's get into challenges because sometimes, when people see us show up and we are thriving, we're winning, we're soaring, we're scaling, we're succeeding, people don't know it was a journey. People don't know that there were some obstacles and hurdles that we had to overcome. So talk to us a little bit about, some of the challenges that you experienced.
Well, some of the challenges I have experienced is not believing I could do it. Like down in myself, not believing that I could do it. And then too, like finances and stuff like that, that you need resources. That was a challenge for me. And then one thing, and being as though I've been doing it as long as I've been doing it, I tell you one thing that I've learned. So I went through a master class with Dr. Tiffany, Shift Your Mindset and Speak. And it really transformed the way that I think in my business. And I've seen things come up even now that will come up that I would react to it a certain way. And now it's like, no, your mind has been shifted. Apply those things that Dr. Tiffany Harris gave you and apply it and watch it work. And I've seen it work. I've seen me investing in myself pay off, even in my business.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely love that. Yes, yes, yes. And I've seen the personal transformation, right? And I tell people, so for those of you out there in the TikTok world and Facebook Live, so Maya is my biological sister. We are 11 months apart. I was born, I'm sorry, she was born in January of the year that we were born in, and I was born in December of the year that we were born in. And just to see how she has really just catapulted and she has shifted and she has just continued to blossom and bloom. And you heard her say that she came to my master class, Shift Your Mindset and Speak, which is now Shift Your Mindset and Speak Speaker Academy. But not only did she attended and she did the work. She attended and she came with an open mind, right? And an open spirit and a willingness to learn. And so she took everything that was learned and that was shared and she applied it. So she is seeing some amazing results because she did that. So again, congratulations to you. So my next question for you is what makes Maya B Designs unique?
What makes Maya B Design? Well, Maya B Designs is not like everybody else. Maya B period is not like everybody else. Um, I'm that type of person, and my Maya B is me. I'm that type of one. When I step in the room, I want to look different from everybody. I don't want to look like nobody that's in that room. And that when I leave that room, you can remember that girl. You're gonna remember, like, oh my God, did you see those glasses she had on? Did you see those shoes she had on? Did you see those earrings she had on? Like, oh my God, like I want to leave an impression on someone to inspire them to, like Dr. Tiffany say, dream big, dream bold, dream with expectations. So I want to set the room off when I step in the building, that you will remember who that girl is. Like, whoa, that's that girl. And I just realized myself that I am that girl. After what? I'm saying my age now, 45 years. And I really have come into learning and knowing who I am and who God created me to be. That girl.
Yeah. I'm so happy you reached that point of realization because unfortunately some people go through life and they don't acknowledge that. They don't even embrace that. And so because of that, they sit on their gifts. They hide behind the shadows. They don't want to be seen. And it's like, hold on, come step to the front of the line. You are just as powerful. You are just as amazing. You are just as magnificent. Right. And so I'm so glad that you are shining bright and you're all in, right? You're playing full out and you're operating in your gift and you realize whose you are, right? And who you are. So I absolutely love that. So when we talk about your creativity and the designs that you create, so walk us through what your process looks like. So when your clients call you and they say, "Hey, I need a flyer or I need a logo." So just walk us through your process.
So my process is when somebody comes to me for a logo or whatever the case may be, I sit and I listen and I take in everything that they're giving me, what their ideas, what their thoughts are, what they're trying to, what they're envisioning, and I take it all in. I soak it all in. I'm like, okay, okay. So then I go to God and I pray to God, like, okay, God, how should I do this? And then two, I go to my good girlfriend, Chat GPT. I go to her and I'm like, okay, good girlfriend, because we on a thing like that. We talk to each other like that, good girlfriend. So I go and I talk to her and I discuss with her of what my client has told me they wanted, and I kind of go from there. It's like a feeling that I have, and I come up with different ideas to make their vision come to life. And then that's when I, send back little, snippets of this, snippets of that. Okay, so what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And then also too, I give my professional input as well. Well, I think this may look better this way, or that may look better that way. And more likely than some, they always, take in what I say and take my advice. So that's how I generally go about doing a flyer or whatever it is that somebody wants me to do. I go ahead and do it. And then too, sometimes it may be things that I can't do, but I will find the answer for you. I will find somebody else that can do it if I can't do it. But usually I can do it. But that's pretty much how I go about doing things.
Yeah. I could appreciate when you said once you get the information, they tell you what they're looking for, you listen, right? And so you're just listening. And that's very critical in customer service, right? When working with other people, when you have a product, you have a service, you have to listen so you know what it is that your client needs or wants. And because sometimes in business, people will produce things that they want to see, but it doesn't speak to the vision or the message that the client is trying to convey. So I'm glad that you are intentional about listening. And I think that's a very, you know, clear process. That's a very solid process. And that helps you produce the results that you've produced. And to do what you do, I know it takes a lot of patience and I know because I'm one of her clients. Sometimes I need flyers, I need things, and she will send it back to me. And I'll say, well, let's change this. And like she said, she'll give her professional feedback and she'll say, well, I think it looks better in that color. I was like, yeah, that looks good. But let's change this. Right. So I know sometimes, but even if she's on the other phone, on the other end of the phone, like, oh my God. I never hear it, I never see it, and I never feel it, so she's always professional because I know me, I'm very particular about, what it is that I wanna see in the outcome, but we work so well together, and because of her professionalism and because of the incredible designs that she produces, without a doubt, there is no hesitation when it comes to referring other people to her for projects or for work that they need, which I've done. So so tell me, what do you enjoy most about going through the process and creating designs for other people?
Bringing people's vision to life. That's what I like. I love the most. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love that the most. Being able to help somebody else bring their vision to life, being a part of that means a whole lot to me, and it just excites me.
Yeah. And
So
I
what?
can
I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
So it's like when I'm in the lab, and you know what I'm talking about when I say I'm in the
Mhm.
lab, I'm in the zone. Like that's my comfort. Like that's my space. Like I'm in the zone. It's like that's where I love to be.
Yeah. And I can tell when she's in the zone and she sends me back all these designs and flyers, and it's too much for me to keep up. I'm like, oh, wait, here go one. Oh, okay, here go one. Oh, here go one. Like she be on it. And so I'm so glad to hear that. So there's several people out there who are graphic designers. They do flyers, they do logos, they do the things that you're doing. So how do you stay innovative and you keep up with the different trends that are going on in your industry?
Well, theirs be different. I don't want to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? I do look at other designers and see the things that they're doing, and I do incorporate it in what I'm doing, but make it look different. I always want to stand out from the crowd, per se. I want to stand out from everybody else. I don't want to look like this one or look like that one. I want to be me.
I absolutely love that. So, and I'm glad that you are you, because nobody wants, to look like everybody else. And outside of that, while you may look at other people for maybe inspo, that they say inspo or inspiration, you
Mhm.
know, you have your own creative mind and your own creative direction that you want to go in. So I actually love the work that you do. And I'm so grateful that you decided to be a sponsor of the third annual When Women Empower Brunch Conference coming up in September. So, what motivated you to sponsor this upcoming conference?
Well, because I've experienced the great impact with When Women Empower. It helped me grow, it helped me shift. So sponsoring what sold into me was only right to sow back into it. So When Women Empower gave something to me, and now I'm giving back to When Women Empower. Not only because you're my biological sister, because I've seen the work, I've seen results. So it's only befitting to do so.
Yeah. And so let me tell you something. When Maya says she's seen the work, she's seen the results, she's seen the growth. So she has literally been there since day one. Since I started a women's community and started speaking to women in my living room back in 2016. She was here. She was actually one of my speakers back then. And so I had women in my living room lined up on like these high bar stool chairs, and she was one of my speakers and she did a phenomenal job. So she's actually seen the transformation literally from my living room to the conference room, where last year we had 100 women in red, and this year in September we're coming back to do it even bigger and better. And so I'm just so happy and grateful that she believes in us, right? And like she said, not just because she's my sister, because how many of you know, raise your hand, say, I know what you're talking about. If you come back and watch the replay and say, oh, I know what she mean. Just because people are your family members does not mean that they believe in you.
That's
Just
right.
because people are your family members does not mean that they support you. Just because people are your family does not mean that they show up for you. Right? So she doesn't have to do the things that she does, and I do not take it lightly at all. So thank you so much for that. So, how do you believe that this event aligns with the mission at Mya B Designs?
So it's all about empowering women. That's what I do, and that's what my designs do. And that's a passion of mine to help other women to, like I said before, soar, sell, and succeed. So everything that When Women Empower is about is also the same things that Maya B Design is about as well. We're here to impact the world with our voices.
Absolutely. And you have been doing that, right? I can't even tell you. And listen, we won't say that for another time. So, can you share any specific ways you plan to engage with the attendees during this brunch conference in September?
I plan on connecting, mingling, showing up, just being supportive, just being there, because just one word can bring a smile on somebody's face and change their direction, to encourage the women, the men as well, to pour into. So that's what my mission is for this year.
And I like what you said about mingling. And so, I'm sure you've all heard, and if you haven't, say I haven't heard that before. If you have, say, yeah, I've heard that before. Your network is your net worth, right? And so you have to be able to get in a room and have a conversation. And one of the things that I teach in not just my master class, but in my coaching program through my academy, Shift Your Mindset and Speaker Academy, is how to communicate effectively and stand out in any room, whether it's your living room, the boardroom, the conference room that we're going to be in here on Zoom, it does not matter. And so I'm happy that you understand the importance of getting in the room. And for those of you who have not gotten your tickets, I highly encourage you to do so, to get your tickets and get in the room. You will have the opportunity to network and mingle with six-figure income earners such as Maya Bannerman, with thought leaders who will be in the room, with CEOs, with executives, with other speakers, with women and men, because men are invited on day one, who will be able to answer those questions that you have, right? Who will be the solution to those problems that you have, right? And so they will be able to solve them. They will be the answer to those prayers that you have. So if you have not gotten your tickets, you can go to tiffanyharris.net/when women empower so that you can get in the room and have access, right, to a plethora of opportunities because of the people in the room who have the resources that you've been looking for. That is what this is about. So don't miss your moment. Don't miss this time. So let's look ahead a little bit. So tell us, what are your goals for Mya B Designs in the next few years?
Mm. To expand into a faith-based apparel branding service, eventually creative space for women to build, learn, and to be inspired.
I love it. I love it. And and it's nothing like connected. And some people say, I want to be around like-minded women. No, I want to be around growth-minded women.
Mm-hmm.
Growth minded, success minded, positive minded women. And all too often we hear about women wanting to tear each other down and the backbiting. And I love with one of the individuals on my core team is Pastor Carolyn Ritter Watson. And she says, when women empower and all that backbiting and all that people hear about, she says, this ain't that. And
Mm-hmm.
she is so right. This ain't that. And this is a community where you will experience a not only a safe space, a free space, a judgment free space. This is a come as you are. This is a pull a wig off if you need to, take the lashes off, wipe all the foundation off.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, come as you are. Come with your scarf on, come worn out, come broken.
Mm.
And if you're healed, come healed because you're
Mm-hmm.
healing and what you've gone through to heal, that's going to help somebody else heal. You will never experience a community like When Women Empower. Right. And so I just love the love in the community. And our hashtag or model is everything that you need is in the community. So make sure you get connected with us. And not only can you go to the website to get your tickets, you can go to our website, tiffanyharris.net/when women empower, to get more information about us as well and join our community. So Maya, tell us, how can we support your business?
By simply sharing, tagging, referrals. Yeah. So basically word of mouth. That's how you can support. Just to show up, support, just be there. Like if events are happening, show up to the events. If we're having virtual events, show up. Just you showing up is more than enough.
Mhm. Perfect. I love that. And so I think sometimes people don't understand that support looks many different ways, right? So people may not support you and buy a ticket and come to the event, but people may support you by referring your services. That's support. People may support you by reposting your flyer or reshare. That's support. And those types of support, guess what? It costs you nothing. So
Mhm.
support, support, support. I tell people it's enough room for all of us to have a seat at the table. My love language is wholeheartedly seeing women win. Like, seriously, we can all come together and push each other through that finish line into the mountaintop. And so I'm glad that that's your mindset. So let me ask you, what advice would you give to aspiring female entrepreneurs who are looking to make their mark in the industry?
Start where you are.
Oh,
Stay consistent. Keep God first. Keep him in the center of everything that you do as much as possible. Because sometimes you may forget, you may slip up, but keep him first. Keep him in the center and stop comparing your journey to someone else's. You were born to be different. So that's what advice I would give.
that is so good and so spot on because some people are in the same place today that they were last year because they think that they don't have everything in order or everything that they need to get started. So you said that beautifully, to start where you are and everything else will fall into place. And not to put any religion or anything on you, but we believe God, and whoever you believe and serve, that's who you believe and serve. But if God has given you the vision, I pray that you have faith and know that God will make the provision. Just
Mhm.
start where you are. And I tell people all the time who I coach and who I mentor, when you do what you can do, God will do what you can't do. And that's it. And just let him lead you and guide you, and everything will work out for your good. And Maya has this shirt and I love it. And it says, I'm just out here trusting God. I love that shirt. I'm just out here trusting God. And then when you talked about not comparing, again, that is one of the reasons why people are in the same place today that they were last year. People are in the same place today that they were 6 months ago, 3 months ago, last week, yesterday, because you're looking to the right and you're looking to the left and you're looking on the screen and you're watching people, right? Instead of watching God and listening for his direction. And so I read something the other day and it said that, the difference between people who are watchers and winners is their work ethic.
Mm.
So if you can all make a declaration to yourself and say that you're ready to win, which means you're going to stop focusing on everybody else and focus on the gifts and skills that you have and believe in the gifts and skills that you have. Right. And so stop watching everybody else build and live out their dream and start building and living out your own dream. So I'm so glad, Maya, that you said that. So, is there anything else you like to share with our audience about yourself or Mya B Designs?
I wanted to share just a little bit about myself with Mya B Designs, just a little bit as far as my logo and the bumblebee. So when I created the logo, I was like, oh, okay, Mya Bannerman, because my name is Mya Bannerman. Okay, Bumblebee. Okay, we can use Bumblebee. Not really thinking that some may know, some may not know. I have a son that's autistic, right? And when he gets overly stimulated, he starts making a bee sound. He says, zzz, like a bunch of bees coming together is what it sounds like, right? And I really didn't think about it at the time. And then also, not only does he make the bumblebee noise, growing up, I love Transformers. My favorite Transformer is Bumblebee. So it all came together and made sense with me knowing without knowing that, hey, the bumblebee is you. And it all came together and it was confirmation for me. And with my son, it really took me like to a place, emotional place, where I was like, okay, that's what it is. That sound. He makes that bumblebee sound. Cause I used to get kind of irritated, if I could tell the truth, about the noise. I was like, stop that noise. But now when he makes the noise, I embrace it. I'm like, okay, okay. So that, you have to listen to God and follow God and which way he wants you to go, even with a logo, right? Even with a logo. And then I had read up on some things about the bumblebee, how like really bumblebees shouldn't even really be able to fly because their wings are so big for the size of their body, but God could do all things but fail, right? So God allowed them to do it anyway. So things that you may think you can't do, God says, yes, yes, I'm going to show them that I can make the impossible be possible. So it is possible. Your impossible is possible with God, right? So that's what I want to leave with you, to strive for greater, to do it. Start where you're at. Take it day by day. Keep God in the center of everything that you do, and you'll make it. And keep being that girl. Keep showing up for yourself, right? Because nobody can do it like you can do it. Be different. Don't be like everybody else. Stand out. So that's what I leave with you. So walk away, being that girl, and that's all I had to say. Thank you for having me.
Well, you are so welcome. Thank you for being here. That was such a powerful interview. And I love what you said. The impossible is possible with God. And that is so true. So just thank you for everything that you poured into us. Thank you for telling us more about who Mya Bannerman is and more about Mya B Designs and how it was birthed and your process and your journey, your challenges, what motivates you. So just continue to shine, continue to soar, and just continue to change lives through the designs that you create. And can you tell people how can they get in touch with you if they need a design, if they need a logo, if they need a flyer for their event? How can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me right here on TikTok. I am Shalimar Lee on TikTok. I am Mya Bannerman on Facebook. I am Bayesian Shalimar _Bayesian_Queen on Instagram. And you also can email me at Bannerman, Mya Bannerman. No, I'm sorry, Mya B Designs at gmail.com. So those are the ways that you can get up with me, and I'll go back and I'll stick it in the chat to let you know every way to get up with me. So get up with me. Let's connect. Let's make your vision come to life.
Yes. Wonderful. Well, I love it. You heard it from Mya B and Mya B Designs. So make sure you get in contact with her for your flyers or your logo. She does amazing work. If you have not checked her out before, please make sure you do so. Thank y'all all for tuning in. TikTok, I appreciate y'all for being here. I thank you for sharing the live. Facebook, thank you all for being here. I thank you for sharing. Stay tuned for our second diamond sponsor interview coming up. We have another great sponsor we're going to talk to and learn more about. And we look forward to seeing you at our third annual When Women Empower Brunch Conference here in Philadelphia in September 26th and 27th, 2025. People have been asking, can men come? Yes. Men are invited on day one, September 26th. So make sure you get your tickets. And actually, we have an extended Father's Day sale going on until Friday at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time. Our men's ticket, it is 20% off. So make sure you take advantage of it before it is too late. Make sure you get your tickets before it's too late. We have phenomenal women who will be honored with awards. We have live entertainment. We have a DJ. We have an all you can eat 5-star dinner and brunch. And this is just something that you don't want to hear about. You want to experience it for yourself. So make sure you get in the room. I appreciate you all for being here. Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you again, Mya Bannerman.
Thank you.
Good night.